Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Carly Smith now with the latest. Carly.
Yeah, we have seen a couple of thunderstorms even popping up, but what I want to point out as we kick things off here at 6 o'clock is this is still where the National Hurricane Center has the center of the storm. Corpus Christi, 247 miles away, but all of the wind shear created that blob or the strong convection offshore, which has moved onshore, and we do have a bit of an outflow boundary essentially, or it's almost more like a sea breeze that we do have some storms developing on. Also around the center of the low that is now approaching Houston, we've got some stronger storms that have popped up that are slowly drifting south a bit, and so we'll be keeping an eye on those. But we're almost done with Bertha, as this storm is expected to weaken overnight as it continues to move inland. Now, when it comes to all of the rain, I know the hill country is worried about additional rainfall. We've been worried about additional rainfall, where rivers are expected to swell as we look ahead to next week. And by rivers, I mean the Nueces, right? So the Frio is swollen right now at Tilden. The Nueces is starting to swell at Tilden, and then that water is going to move downstream to George West and, well, first Three Rivers and then George West. But let's talk about wind shear. So this is where the lower level low is. This is where just about where the cloud base is. This is where our next low is. And this is the one that has given us some hope for some rainfall. We've had some nice, light, steady rain that's actually really relaxing in my opinion. So it's been overall a pretty nice day here in the coastal bend. But with just all of the tropical moisture and the energy, you know, we still could wind up with a stronger storm here or there. But what I just pointed out, that difference of almost 200 miles between the lowest level low and then a low a little bit higher in the atmosphere, that is the wind shear, and that's what we've been talking about all week, and that's why Bertha has stayed relatively weak. It's stayed a tropical storm, and overall that action just makes it hard for a system to stay strong. And unfortunately for us, that's meant that we haven't wound up with much rain, but we are seeing some rain off and on. Our roads have a little bit of a light layer of moisture on them. 70s through the night. It's also been cooler thanks to Bertha. So here's the latest radar. Here's where our heavier downpours are. This one's closer to Houston, but it's going to be right here in between Rockport and Port Aransas, where you do have a thunderstorm moving onshore. Now, this region, a lot of boating takes place here. So boating, being out on the water, can turn really dangerous with these tropical storms. So it's best just to avoid doing that the rest of the evening. We'll have much better conditions at the beach tomorrow, and we'll have a live look